That's it, it's recording. It's only got a 15-minute run on it, see, and then it's probably come to the end of it.
This is the third one now, though.
Okay, so that one's a reduced temperature timer. Obviously, after a few seconds, it goes back to your main screen. A reduced temperature timer. That one is a 7-day timer. That one is a delayed timer. So if you had your caravan on a pitch and say, right, I'll be coming back to it on Friday, you can set it up for it to come on, say, an hour or so before you turn up.
Oh, right.
So everything's up and running by when you get here, or get there, wherever you're going. Obviously, you wouldn't want to be camping here, really. What it will do, it'll run for 24 hours. If you don't change any of the settings, it'll run for 24 hours, and then it will shut itself off. Okay? In 7 days' time, you'll repeat it again and again until you change it. Okay? Or switch it off. That one there is prioritisation. As I said, you can use both energies and it will shut the gas off. You can do it the other way around, so if you use both energies and shut the electric off if you wanted to, but unlikely you'd want to. But you paid for your electric on your pitch, you're going to use that rather than your gas. This one here is to do with calibration. Obviously, if you think, obviously on your main screen, if you think, oh, it's not 25 degrees, or if it's saying 30 degrees, and obviously it's a lot colder, 30 degrees is the maximum. So if it thinks it's already at maximum, it's not going to allow your heating to come on. So you're going to need to calibrate that reading there. So use that one there. Okay, you shouldn't need to, but it's there obviously if you need to. This one here, I'll just show you that one. It's to do with the backlight of your screen. Obviously, some people it can obviously affect them at night if there's something glowing in around in the van. You can have dark setting for the back. Is it? Even though it sounds a bit high, is it? Okay, it's gone black. Obviously, it's still on. You can see the green light on. But if you press the screen, it lights up. Okay, or what is called invert, which is a dark screen, and the icon's still lit.
Okay.
Okay. And again, you'll know if it's getting cold or it's getting too warm. Anyway, I'll just put that back to the factory setting, and then obviously you can change the brightness of your screen up or down as well. Okay, this one here has to do with bacteria in your hot water tank. What that does is a water boost, similar to water boost if you want to use the shower, whatever. If your clock's set and you switch that on, it will automatically boost the water at around about 2 o'clock in the morning. And what that does is when it increases the temperature, obviously certain bacteria will not survive in that temperature water. Yeah. And obviously that will kill things like Legionnaire's disease. That one there is to do with the pump setting. So your circulation pump, you can have it on continuous. Obviously it's thermostatically controlled at the moment, so when it gets to the temperature it will shut off. You can have it on continuous if you wanted to. I think obviously if it's on continuous, obviously all the heat is going into the room. It might affect what temperature you're going to get off your water. Okay. That one there, every time you press the screen it goes beep. Obviously that turns it on or off. Obviously it's off at the moment. Language, obviously you can talk French, Italian, German or whatever you want to. External, this is added extra, where you can actually use your phone to switch your heating on and off if you wanted to. Obviously it's an added extra you need to buy. Anything that's grey is obviously not attached, so there are other things you can have attached to it. And obviously important one, if you're having problems you can reset the boiler through that button there. Service, because that's for the service guys to check to see that the temperatures are correct in the boiler. Okay, and then install accessories. You can install other things actually to this system if you wanted to, but obviously it will cost money. Okay, so you're happy with it. That is the main screen, so you know you just up or down. It goes as lowest temperature you can get out of it is 5 degrees. Then again, if you've got a warm day, it's not going to make any difference. But then you heat water, that's on normal running, your electric or gas. Okay, it will let you know if gas fails. So if it fails to light on gas, maybe because you run out of gas or you haven't turned the gas on when you get there, it will let you know. Right, you'll see a yellow triangle. You'll say gas failure. It'll have to say gas failure. Okay. Happy with that bit?
Yep.
Yeah, ish. It is in your handbook as well. So if are you going away with it soon? Are you?
Not sure yet. Really.
Not sure.
No.
You want to get away, even if it's just reasonably local. You're going to say you're at Telford. There's one at Bridge North, Morris Leisure, Stanmore Hall, I think it's called. That's quite a nice one. Just for a weekend, something like that. Best don't leave it sitting there doing nothing.
No, it won't.
Because it costs too much money to be just sitting there doing nothing.
Can I just ask one question about the wheel? I've got friends who are caravanners, and they said to store the caravan with the weight slightly off the wheels. Is that necessary or not?
It doesn't help tyres if they're sitting on the same spot for a long period of time. Obviously you can flat spot the tyres. Yeah. So what I tend to do, especially during the winter, every month I'll just move the van slightly or turn the wheel
so you're on
slightly.
a different part of the wheel.
Yeah, so you're on a different part of the wheel, so you're not sitting on the same one.
Okay.
If you're going away often enough, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
But if you sit it, I don't know, say over winter, some people can sit it over there for 6 months. If it, I just move it, just move it around.
So it's a different part of the wheel.
Yeah, if you've got plenty of space to move it, you're okay, aren't you? But I have to jack mine up and just turn the wheel, but that's a bit more difficult, obviously. Okay, right, other appliances. Obviously, you've got your fridge. On-off button is that one there.
Oh.
Okay, it's running on electric at the moment.
Yeah.
If you want to run it on gas, that will light it up on gas. Okay, if it fails, it will let you know. I'll just see if we can hear it. I think it's fired up. It will obviously warn you if it hasn't. This is 12 volt. Okay, that is not 12 volt off your leisure battery, it's 12 volt off the back of your car. So you've got a grey plug on the back of your car. Yeah, that will supply electric to the fridge as long as it's obviously set on that.
Okay.
It's showing a warning at the moment because the car's not attached to it.
Yeah.
And the engine has to be running as well. Okay, it will not cool the fridge down. It will just maintain the temperature the fridge is already at. So if you want to travel with the fridge cool, you need to, say, run it on electric. If you've got it at home, if you can plug it in.
Yeah.
You can run it on electric, say 24 hours before or the night before, cool the fridge down, and then just before you leave, press it onto that, and the engine will maintain the temperature as you're travelling. Okay, you will get a warning, as I said, on gas. So if that comes up on the gas side of it, that means the gas hasn't lit. Okay, normal reason is either you haven't turned your gas on, or you haven't got enough gas, obviously you've run out, or there's air in the system. Most people tend to run it on electric. Again, because obviously you pay for your pitch, your electric comes with it. Fire it up on gas every now and again, because it's best to run it every now and again on gas, because it makes it more difficult to light. The longer you leave it, it makes it more difficult. If it has failed on the gas, again, just check them things. You have got gas. Perhaps fire your cooker up, make sure you can see gas running. All you do is just press that button there, and it'll reattempt to light it. Okay. It may take 2 or 3 attempts to get. What it's doing is purging the air out of the system. So it may take 2 or 3 attempts before it actually lights. Okay, I'll just put it back to electric. This side of it, well, that button there is your temperature range. All 5 lit, that's the coldest fridge you're going to be. 2 or 3 is probably around about average, depends on the temperature outside really. If you tend to go on the continent, obviously in hotter climes, it may struggle on electric alone to get to the proper temperature. Gas is more efficient, so you may need to use it on gas. But obviously it's suck it and see how cold the actual fridge is. Okay?
Yeah.
To open the fridge is that big button on top, just push that down. Inside, this little contraption here, to get that out, push it into the wall and slide it towards you. What that does is when it's in storage, using the door mechanism itself, it keeps the door ajar.
Oh, right.
So it allows air to circulate, so it's not going to go mouldy,
Yeah.
obviously as long as you've got the fridge clean. Okay? When you go to use it, make sure that it's fully back. Because if it isn't, the fridge won't
shut.
Yeah, it won't seal, and then you'll be ringing up saying the fridge is not working.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, down here also, obviously apart from, obviously you've got your draining board there. Bottom left, you can see on the wall there, there's individual gas appliance taps. Okay, you don't need to turn them on or off.
Yeah.
Okay, there's also an info note here. They're colour coded to say what they're connected to.
Okay.
Obviously, your main one is to turn it off on the gas cylinder itself. Okay.
Yeah.
Cooker, you've got a 12 volt igniter button there. So you just press that. Obviously, you're holding that in and press that. It lights your gas for you. Okay, it has also got a safety device on the lid. I'll just turn that one burner off. So that will shut the gas off. If you're trying to light it and it's not lighting, it may be that isn't fully back. So make sure that is fully back before you attempt to use it. Okay, your grill. You can just see that there pops out when you open the door. Make sure that pops out because that's protecting the bottom of the controls, obviously with the heat from the grill. Okay, it's lit. Okay. Once you get the grill pipe and your handles in there on top of it, you won't really want to cook with it there. But oven, again off your igniter button as well. Okay.
Yep.
Microwave, big button, press. Glass plate, do not travel with that in there. If that comes out and drops on here, that's going to be expensive.
Yeah.
So make sure you take that out. My wife tends to wrap it in a tea towel, so in the bowl. It's like that, or sneak it under the cushion. Okay, if you see that there, that on its own does nothing. Okay, if you press the microwave button once, That gives you 100%, 50% or whatever percentage you want to cook at. Then press the microwave button again, and that gives you seconds.
Okay.
Okay, then you just press start and away it goes. Quick start also on the start button. It goes up with minute increments and starts straight away. Okay. Obviously there are other menus in there. I'll say it's going dark, isn't it? Switch that light off again. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, inside your wardrobe, we've got an expansion tank for your heating. Okay, so it's a sealed unit, similar obviously like central heating. Okay, that's your expansion tank. You can see there's a minimum mark and a maximum mark. Make sure it's above the minimum mark when it's cold before you start.
Yeah.
Okay, and obviously as it warms it will expand into that tank. It has got antifreeze inside it, so it's an antifreeze mix that goes around the system. If you do need to top it up, all you need to do is remove that plastic cover at the top and unscrew the top, and you can top it up. Just make sure you're putting the correct stuff in, because we've had some people who put the wrong stuff in and it's gone really thick. They've had to flush the whole system out. It's been quite expensive.
What system is that, sorry?
That's your heating system.
The heating system,
yeah.
okay.
So it's circulating around. See these vents here?
Yeah.
And what have you got to put in it then?
It's an antifreeze mix.
Right.
So it's antifreeze. It's similar to what
Is
like
it
a
all
car
in the
system.
handbook?
It should be, yeah. But it's probably just as well just to bring service up, just to say you shouldn't need to, but if you do, obviously being new as well, obviously there can be slight air pockets in it that can obviously reduce the level on it. Okay, you also got in here is your aerial. You can see that on that wall there. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay, so directional aerial. There's a locking nut at the top. All you do is loosen that, push it up. Have a look, see where everybody else obviously is pointing their aerial. You can just turn it and just point it the same direction, and then hopefully they've got the correct direction so that you pick the same signal up. Amplifier, that's that side on the wall. That's obviously amplify your signal. Obviously, it all depends on where you are. Certain areas are rubbish anyway, but especially in Wales in the mountains. Okay, it's also got. I'll just turn that round. Ooh. It's also got what they call. You can change the top of the aerial from horizontal to vertical. You see that? So that little indicator there. Look.
Yeah.
There should be a little.
Oh, with it.
Little note somewhere.
That's horizontal.
So the note there says that denotes the rear of the antenna. Look. See that?
Yeah.
So you can tell where when you're pointing it, especially.
Okay.
The little handle at the bottom, that will obviously that turns and obviously change it from there to there. You'll see it'll go red when it's in vertical, or obviously green when it's horizontal. Make sure it's in the green when you bring it back down. So obviously if it's like that, it goes pink at the top of the roof. Also, you obviously don't want to be collecting any trees on the way home.
No.
Okay. And obviously make sure it's down and secure before you travel. Obviously table storage. Obviously make sure that is secure before you travel, because the last thing you want to do is that rattling about and causing damage. So make sure that is secure before you move off. Okay. Your bed.
Let me get ahead of them, right?
We're in that direction. Right. So your bed. If you've been shown this or not, obviously to get it out, just lift it slightly, pull it out, and that drops.
Right, okay.
Drops into the back there. Obviously,
You won't
to
show
get it
that.
back. And then,
On the
and
storage.
obviously it lifts up so you can get to storage as well. You got your step there. There's your wheel nut wrench, your winder handle, and also you've got a 240 cable with it as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's the jack.
Oh, that was outside.
All right.
That's all right. Okay.
So how do you pull it out, did you say?
It just slightly lifts. and
Oh,
you
right,
just pull
okay,
it.
okay.
Is it?
Yeah.
If you look, it's got little things to hold it
Little
in
runners.
position so it doesn't slide about.
Okay.
Okay. Inside this locker, right on the roof, you've got a solar panel,
Yeah.
which trickle charges your battery. That's all it does. It's not enough power to start lighting the whole Blackpool up like the vans are. Okay, that's your regulator there. It's totally automatic, so you don't need to switch anything on or off. It will automatically, as soon as it notices your battery levels dropping, it will automatically start. Obviously, as long as you've got a decent amount of daylight.
Okay.
Okay, there are two lights there. The top one can either be red or green. Okay, if it's red, that means it's giving its full 14.5 volts. If it's green, it's giving around about 12.5, 13. So obviously the battery is in better condition.
Yeah.
The bottom light normally is flashing green. Okay, if it's flashing green, that says it is charging.
Pardon me.
Okay, there will be occasions when the lights aren't on. One, obviously it's dark. Obviously there's no light, it's not going to be working. Two, if the battery's fully discharged, it will be giving fully discharged. Yeah, it will be. It switches then two little lights off and gives all the power to it.
Yeah.
So it's actually saving that two little bulbs there. Also, if it's fully charged, so obviously, especially if you've got your 240 charger connected, and switched on, obviously that's giving enough power anyway, so that may not be needed. Okay.
Yeah.